How we doing, everybody? Chef Joe Lester, Long Island Cuisine, Mother Nature's Bounty and Fury. So we are in the Bounty part of the cooking class. So I'd gone to the farm the other day and I got some beautiful celery. Like the celery smells like unbelievable. So I have I got 5 baby carrots that I just sliced. I had 1 red onion from Rockham's farm, 3 stalks of the fresh celery. I have 5 potatoes, a little mini baby Red Bliss and Yukon Gold that I diced. I have some fresh thyme from the garden. You use what you think is good, you know. Everybody does it different. I'm going to use a couple bay leaves. I have equal to 2.5 quarts of clam stock, 1 cup of chopped clams. You know, all these years living on Long Island, you know, you get to meet some beautiful, beautiful people, and one of them is Bobby DeFeo. I call him Bobby Clams. So for years and years, that's where I got all my clams from. Also oysters too, you know. So, you know, when you steam off your own clams and you get your own clam stock and the fresh clams from, you know, Oyster Bay, that's where I would get most of my clams. And there's nothing quite like this, you know. So you got your farms, you got your vineyards, you got your seafood, your shellfish, your lobsters. That's what I always talk about, and there's nothing like this, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to saute this applewood smoked bacon first. So I'm going to get that nice and crispy. So I'm going to add my vegetables. I'm going to saute that in the bacon and bacon fat, okay? Some people take the bacon they use as a garni, you know. I just put it right in the soup. It's fine. Been doing that all my life. So I call it Long Island clam chowder because I do use onions, carrots, celery. A lot of up north, a lot of times they just use onions and celery, which is fine, which is okay. But I just throw a little twist. And then of course I'm going to finish it off with heavy cream. But I'm going to explain to you the method of making this, okay? And I'll be back. All right. Beauty. So I chopped the bacon and I preheated my my cast iron pan here. And then once the bacon was crisp, I added all my vegetables. The onions, carrots, celery, the potatoes. So I'm just cooking this down. I'm sweating it down. And I'm going to add some nice parsley here from the garden. But I'm going to add that later on. I got some fresh thyme here. So you'll see how many sprigs I got here. I'm not going to add that much because this is the parsley. It's very, very potent, you know, fresh thyme. So you really don't need that much. So I'm just going to take these off. The sprig here, right? I think 1 sprig is plenty. And I'm going to use a little bay leaf. I think for this batch, let's see what we got here. Maybe, let's see, 1, 2, 3 is plenty. All right. And in the meantime, what I had done is I took 3 tablespoons of Kerrygold butter, melted that down, and added 3 tablespoons of King Arthur flour. That's the roux. So once this is sweated out, the vegetables, then I'm going to add my clam stock, bring it to a boil, and then once this comes to a boil, that's going to cook for, like, say, 20 minutes to a half hour. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten it with the roux, let that cook for another half hour, and I'm going to finish with the heavy cream. And this is Long Island clam chowder. You know, it's delicious, it's awesome, and it's so simple, you know. Again, and how, you know, your house smells, especially with the chilly weather coming, it's freaking off the charts, you know. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to add my my clam stock. The clams I'll add at the end because the flavor is already in the clam stock because it's homemade. And I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so we're at the point where I cooked this for about a half hour. You know, I sauteed the bacon nice and crispy, added the onions, carrots, celery, and I added some fresh thyme and 3 bay leaves. And now I'm going to add the roux. So the roux, it's 3 tablespoons of Kerrygold butter and 3 tablespoons of King Arthur flour. So now I'm just going to tighten this gently. Again, this doesn't take long at all because, you know, I'm dealing with fresh clam stock that I made, you know, from when I cooked my clams, my cherry stones. So anyway, let me add some roux here. I just add a little bit at a time and then cook the flour up. So I'll let you know exactly how much I use because I don't want it too thick because I'm going to finish this off with heavy cream. And of course the potatoes I'm going to add in about 2 minutes. And yeah, we're going to have a beautiful Long Island clam chowder. So I have my little oysterettes over there. We used to serve oysterettes with a lot of seafood soups. Okay, so this is going to take, yeah, so it'll take it all. Because the problem is if you add too much, you can't take it out, you know. And then you got to dilute it. So I just go a little bit at a time. Oh, yeah. But you could smell like, oh my God, like, how awesome is this? So, very rarely do you get a real good New England or Long Island chowder. You have to have the real chef. You know, a real chef, you know, he will do anything to make it perfect, okay? And you could tell, you know, but, you know, you're certainly not going to get it for $3 a bowl, okay? Especially the cost of the product and the shellfish. And these clammers, God bless them, just like the lobstermen, you know, like what they got to deal with. You know, Bobby Clams, man, this guy, he'd be out. If it's 10 degrees, he's out clamming, you know. If it's 100 degrees, he's out clamming. And he is the real deal. Been dealing with Bobby probably, I don't know, 45 years or so. Yeah. And he lives in Bayville, Long Island. And he's a dear friend, and I highly respect him. Probably one of the toughest guys you ever met. And yeah. So I'm blessed. Okay. I'm going to show you the final product. I'm going to let this cook out for about another half hour, okay? So I'll be back. All right, so what I did is I had this cooking. I just wanted to cook out the roux. So potatoes are nice and tender now. I added the clams. I'm just going to finish this off with a little chopped parsley from the garden, right? Very simple, nothing fancy. And I'm going to bring this to a boil. I added 1 pint of heavy cream. Now I'm going to taste this. Let me check this out. Just smelling this is like, so I guess the whole process was like, I'm going to say like an hour and 15 minutes or so. But you know, it doesn't get any better than this. This is the real deal. You know, it certainly ain't chunky Campbell's. What I did is I had 2 quarts of the homemade clam stock. I did add 1 quart of water to this because, you know, when you cook clams, cherry stones could be salty, okay? Especially chowder clams. But so I added 1 quart, and plus I added the heavy cream. And so the herbs, you know, the parsley and the thyme, the bay leaf. Yeah, I think this seasoned perfectly. And I have my oysterettes. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing. So I'll be back for the final, okay? Here we are. This is the end. Look at this. Oh my God. Homemade Long Island clam chowder. Our way. All right. But I love up north. I love New England, obviously. But look at this. This is, I'm gonna put some of these little crackers on it. Right? Look at that. Oh, this is like, this is bringing me home, you know. I'm gonna put a little sprig of fresh thyme. There's a little garni there. We're not eating that, it's just a garnish. Now I have to taste. Oh man, just the smell, I have to tell you. This is living on Long Island. This is what it's about. We're so blessed, so lucky. And yeah, I'm telling you, my neighbors are gonna flip their lids after, because that's what I do. I give to my neighbors, you know. It's like eating the sea, you know. Beautiful. All right, folks. Thank you for watching Long Island Cuisine. Likes, comments, subscribe. But this is awesome. Thank you.